hello, whoever is watching, whenever you're watching from, or whenever you're watching, as I recorded these streams on YouTube every time. Welcome to the Limbus Company stream. Oh, I usually don't do more than one per week, but today is an exceptional day, for I am quite ill. It may not look like it, but I am on cold meds, a lot of them, because I am quite ill. Well, that's no excuse not to stream. Yesterday I didn't stream because I needed a little break, but today we're just gonna do some Limbus Company, a normal mirror dungeon, no challenge, and first of all we're gonna deal with the Centipede that I hate. That is the only stage on Canto 9 that I did not EX, so we're gonna deal with that today. Now, before we begin, I'm gonna put my friend code here on stream. If you ever need some IDs, I put, hold on, it's taking a little bit to load. But is it gonna crash? It didn't crash, okay. So I put Lord Lou and the Hazelings here, and also Stump Merceau if you need it. It will be on the Twitch chat and the YouTube chat. There we go. Very good. So let's get on with the damn Centipede. Where are you, Centipede? With the prescript. Shock Centipede. Alright. I do not know what it's weak to. We know for a fact that it's weak to blunt on the head and fatal to weak to pierce on the body. It is ineffective against envy, ineffective against wrath, so we can't use our middle thing here. I am assuming it is gloom and gluttony weak. We're about to find out. So first, we need 18 to go there. So, oops, I forgot to. I used the enkephaline. Get a little smack there. There we go. Ha! I can only deploy these 4 goobers, right? All right. Let's build a. I guess sinking. I don't know if it's weak to gloom. Well, let's begin. Let's go with gloom, and it's weak to pierce and blunt. Yisang has this thing that deals a shit ton of damage, and blunt pierce skills. Let's do him. He's not leveled up. We're gonna solve that right away. There is no reason not to. This ID is pretty good. Very good. And then we're gonna put the sinking egos, which I only have one really. There we go. Ryoshu does not have a sinking ID, I am fairly sure. So it's gonna be a problem. We could go for a pure blunt. I don't think she has it. Yeah, she has a pure blunt. There we go. And water. I don't think it has a lust against it, or it's weak against. It's resistant against wrath. So let's put the lust ones in. But eyes open. You have a excellent sinking ID, which is the Ditzy. This one isn't gonna do because he's resistant to. There you go. Ditzy's right here. Gluttony, Sloth, and Gloom. Not the most damaging one of the bunch, but it will do. We also have this, which is pretty good. It has Gloom, Gluttony, and Pride. Gluttony, Sloth, and I think it's the one that I'm gonna use is this. Given a little crush bound past, a little bit of regret, a little screws wall up. And lastly we have Gregor, my boy. This one is mostly for the fin. It's all slash. The damn Centipede is resistant to slash. We need someone with pierce or blunt. We do have the Blood Fiend, and we have this guy for Tremor. I guess we could do Tremor. Let's see what we need to see what's weak against first. There we go. And I need to level him up. Forgot about that. Ah, my other computer is pinging. One moment, please, as I go lower the volume. I'll be right back. Sorry about that. Here I am again. Right.
주먹으로 매만.
자, 해골바가지랑 거미 대가리.
What about in this? It has lust. We'll try then. If they don't work, we'll try something else. Who's gonna be accompanying us in this battle? None of you. Good old Dante should do it. Let's check its status weakness and to see how to deal with this centipede before 10 turns or 15. I don't remember now. Hold up. Alright, let's take a look here. Skills are cancelled, gain self-charge. We no longer can cancel its death state. If I should equal to the head's HP and the other one. We don't know its weaknesses to the 3 elements we're using. Gains the self-charges, tail poke, wrapping coil, base card. Right. So let's crush its head first. See how it goes. We need to first scout out its weakness so we can build a better team. Because I don't think this team is gonna cut it. Looks like Gloom is the way to go. Suboptimal. Let's take a look here. Now we have the weakness of the head is fatal to Gloom. We don't know the body yet. We haven't not tested gluttony yet. Favored. Struggling. Opposed. Not good. Not good. Now we know it's Gloom weak. We can use a good ego against it, one-sided. I think Solid Element is pretty good. Just take a look at it real quick because I forgot how it works. Let's go for the French question. So it's a low sanity used one. Got it. You might want to bring Shooting Sang. What's his name? Foot of Butterfly Sang. Alright. Rosha currently has the highest sanity, so we should have it clash. Come on. Not good. She's paralyzed. She's gonna lose the clash. Oh, or not. She has plenty of coins. I forgot paralyzes per coin. Here we have Evade doing a really good job as always. On to the next stage. Let's see if we map it out its weaknesses. Not yet. We need to hit the head with a green to see its weakness. And the body needs to be a green and a sloth. Body. Body. Go. Nice job, Ryosha, as always. She's already full sanity. Look at my sinner's jobbing. Did it review anything? I don't think it did. It didn't. But we know that Gloom is its weakness, so we can focus on pure sinking thing. And if you did not know, the abnormalities take balloon damage from sinking. Shame we don't have Rhodia here. This is just a scouting party. I need to reacclimate myself with how the fight works. The fact that I'm quite sick also doesn't help much.
Up.
Here we go. Alright, I know it's weak against Sloth, so Tremor might also be a good idea against it. Where is its head? It's a blunt skill, so we gotta use it against the head. There we go. We're not gonna clash, brother. No, we don't want to clash with skill. We want to go, let it go one-sided. Let's see. I'm gonna have to let one of the attacks bleed. True. I did it. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. She's faster than the Centipede, so let's see how it goes. I haven't used Solar Lament a lot, so I don't know how to properly use it. Never been a fan of sinking teams. As soon as they're depressed enough without me adding to it. Here we go. Did I read wrong the thing? I think I did. I guess this is the scouting party. I don't much care. Yeah, it's 6 turns. There's a half health. Broke the head. We're gonna do some serious damage now to it. Alright, it is wounded now. Let's take a look here. Alright, we got all the information. We just don't know the body weakness for Gluttony, which is fine. We're gonna now press the head of the Centipede until it dies. Job, Ryoshu. Ooh, it's nice for the serious Skullbuster. Stagger, marvelous. Follow up from the one-sided. This is just to know his weakness against the Gluttony on the body. Very good. We are at turn 8. We can probably deal enough damage to it in a single go to go to the state where it's dying. Yeah, it's good. We gotta do balloon damage here. Let's see. I think we're gonna do enough damage to to pop it. Ah.
키워보지.
업.
자세가 모르겠네.
Very nice. Now it is playing the game of letting it die by itself, because you have to use defense skills so it deals less damage and it loses self-charge. After attack, if the attack was unopposed, lose 1 charge. If you use defense skill, lose more self-charge. Okay. Yeah, this is the part where we just block. It's gonna take like a few turns. I don't think it's gonna be enough, because it is losing 1 true self-charge, so it will require this turn and the next. I don't think it will be enough. Apologies. We'll give it a try. We'll give it a try. I'm here for scouting anyway. Alright, one more turn. It will die as soon as it uses skills. I don't think it will be enough for the EX, which is what I wanted, but we'll see. If it's enough for the EX, I'll be surprised that I did it like literally the first time, because the Centipede gave me a lot of trouble back in the day. And it was the EX. Was easier than expected. Honestly, I'm kind of baffled. Yep. Off to the MD I go then. Alright. Give me the encephaly modules, because we no longer need the energy to be here. Goodbye, honey spiders. Let's make sure I got all the prizes from everything. And no, that's the World Portuguese Night. Alright. Let's prepare a new team then. Let's reset this team here because it is a hodgepodge. So last MV Blunt, Pierce Pride. I wanted to do the Sync Association on its own string as a challenge, but since this one is not a challenge run, we're gonna do something else. Let's see what announcer we have here. Zilu, Araya, Honglu, Ricardo, Sancho, Don Quixote, June, Hifi, Clifu, Effie, Caron, Garagor. We could go for, I don't know, Herbert maybe? Let's go T-Corp one. Oh, that is technically a clock, so put him in there as well. So we're gonna do T-Corp. We have three IDs of T-Corp. One is Rhodia with a 2. We got Sancho Yu. And we got Otis 2. I guess that's all the T-Corp IDs we have. And they are, well, mixed bag. Let's go put here Sloth Tremor, so I can identify it later. If there's so many team members like that, I don't want to do it right now, because I'm not going to do a challenge MD right now. I'm going to do a normal one. That means it's going to still be the hard MD, but I am going to use Grace of the Stars and Ego Search, so just to have a good time. I don't know who to use. I guess I could do the you don't get to play team. So I think I'm gonna do that, which is you and you, Lord Lou, followed by Mouse. No, actually, not Lord Lou. Full stop. Heathcliff, full stop. There we go. Mouse is interesting. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm missing someone here. Let's put Regilia's on. Actually, if I'm not doing a challenge, I'll just go with the full team. I'm gonna go with charge then. Where is the... There There we go.
오늘도
Good time to learn how to
WSI
use Heathcliff, charge Heathcliff. So I do believe that these Rhino here gives us something charge related. Rhino Reindeer deals more deluxe damage, kind of worthless. You do not have a charge ID, do you? You have the Reindeer. Because of a charge or unique charge, it affects ego against 10%. Not good against us. Rose Spanner is self-tremor, if I believe. And unable to be triggers tremor burst, yeah. You don't also do not have a charge, do you? No, not an ounce of charge on you, boy. And you do not also have charge. Interesting. Huh, so I already had a charge ID. I guess I'm thinking about Rose Spanner. Jong, Kurokumo Zwei, Reindeer, LCBS Manager. Yeah, nothing that will help us here, so we're just gonna do it like that. Enter. So we're gonna go charge, full charge thing. We're gonna do this, level up, this, level up. Yep, that's pretty good. And then we're gonna charge Thingamabobber, which is gonna be portable battery socket. And for our charge gifts, we could get this. There's a skill, emergency barrier. I don't want to. Wait, I have plenty of starlight. I can just do this. We're gonna get kaleidoscope. We're gonna go get. What else you can get here right off the bat? I don't want to do Cassetti because it is annoying, time consuming. But it is 2 packs we can go search for. Wish. What do I get here? Kaleidoscope is good. I guess we can get rebate token and a golden urn. Yeah. No, I can. Sorry about that. Dogs. Once again, dogs. What to get here? I guess I could get the attack gain charge, consume first level up, back turn for less third, so that I gain some attack power fragile. And with him with that skill that gains and consumes charge, or unique charge, a random ally, HP or SP heals by 3. When an ally recovers from panic or ego corrosion, heals 20 SP. It's really good. What about this one? The axe. Some charge, inflict 1 rupture, 2 times per skill. The attack skill apply with rupture. It's mid. I mean, I guess some units from W Corp apply rupture, but it's not very good. Transistor. This is for more damage. It's really nice. And it is from the. I think it's from. Fuck, I don't remember now. It's no, doing a violet. My dogs are having fun. Ignore them. And let's save our money and see what we get. Oh, since I'm saving my money, let's go get Devouring Hammer as well. Where is it? I think it's a rank 2 Devouring Hammer. There we go. Call this the economy class. There we go. So we got curriculum, we got this, which is amazing. We're gonna go straight for the free criticals. Now I want to learn how to use Heathcliff because I don't know how he works, so he shall be the first one. Followed by Otis, which is our damage dealer. She's very good. She buffs the entire team. Yesang, Ryoshu, Dawn and Honglu because Honglu applies charge barrier. And I do believe Faust is better to stay benched, even though she has a fantastic skill for debuffing bosses. But it needs charge. I love the most significant charge count. It's not very good. How about you, Honglu? What do you do on your passive? Low speed gains 2 haste next turn if it +5 charge. And his thing changes cards to charge count like consume charge barrier. And Merso here, he +1 rupture. None of these are good to be benched now that you think of it. Let's deploy Merso because he's good. Let's deploy the golden team. Leave these two as backups.
열차 상태 확인.
Taking a while. Here we go. So let's learn how to use hit.
이 정도는 신입들 맡겨.
요원 여러분의 활력 징후가 높아짐이 확인됩니다.
Passive. Gain 1 charge every time this unit consumes 10 cumulative charge count this encounter. Turn start, gain 1 defense level equal to the charge potency on self. Max 6. Combat start. If this unit has less than half its health, gain shield equal to charge potency times 5. Immediately before getting hit, gain shield equal to charge potency on self. If this unit gains charge count past the max charge count cap by using a skill, the skill deals 3% damage for every charge count that exceeds the max charge. Okay, so he overloads himself. Good. As a support, it's not very good. A skill tree. Rich Space CCA Overdrive. Defense CCA Overcharge. Clashable Guard. At less than 15 charge count, gain the following effects. Gain Overcharge next turn. Turn end, remove this unit for start threshold once per combat. Turn end, apply 1 Rip Space CCA override to list skills on the next upcoming turn. Overcharge. Become immobilized. Take 10 charge potency yourself, less damage. Gain charge barrier based on charge potency yourself. Gain 10 charge count and 2 attack power next turn and lose this effect. Gain aggro. Hit gain on charge count. If this unit is in panic, can't. Alright, so if he's below 15 charge, we can use this block skill to turn him into a tank. Is that what I'm getting? And then he gets the CCA Overdrive. This unit has 2 charge potency or less than 50%. Gain order of this skill to unbreakable points. This is the question about this effect's active. Final power +3. Oh, so it's when the combat starts. Okay. News. So we want to go to above 10 charge, but not above 15. Consume 10 charge to gain count power. The slash and equal to charge potency. All right. Let's give it a row. Gain 6 charge. Gain 4 charge. It's gonna be difficult to activate his super attack because of the gifts. Right. He has now 7 charge count and 1 potency. Let's give it a whirl. Ignore that.
충전 기능 점검. 단숨에 정리하다. 공간을 뭉갠다.
Alright, he is overcharging. Overcharge. Immobilize, take 10% charge potency.
안내드립니다. 자세한 내용은 서면에 적혀 있습니다.
충전 기능 점검. 단숨에 정리하다.
That's not good for this kind of combat, especially the first levels.
공간을 뭉갠다. 승객 무력 확인. 벌써 끝나.
방금 청소를 수행한 요원께
is
WC
charged.
인재관리 부서에서 자동
It has
승진
its skill.
추천서가 발부되었음을 안내드립니다. 자세한 내용은 서면에 적혀 있습니다.
방해물을 제거합니다.
It has to be low health to activate his super thing. That's right. We'll see. We'll try it again. This enemy is the first floor. I'm gonna put a button of a challenge.
벌써 끝나가는군.
온전히 앉아 있어.
모범적인 청소 방식을 확인했습니다. 인사부서에 해당 요원에 대한 평가를 송신합니다.
Alright, nothing to do here but win rate.
방해물을 제거합니다.
Oh, it activated this time. Why? Ah, because it has count.
공격 내주기. 끝났으니까. 끝났으니까.
Interesting. I do believe that W Corp Alt is also applies some sort of effect that increases the charge count or charge potency. If I recall right, potency is the amount of effect the ailment cause, and count is how many times it does. Let's check that out. So, at 4 charge, count gain power, for 5 charge on self, gain 2 charge count, gain 2 charge count. Alright. The second skill, consume 6 charge count on self to gain coin power 1. If this unit consumes charge count, apply charge plus 2 charge barrier to self and 2 other allies least charge count. Max 8 charge barrier per ally, activate 2 times per turn. Max. On use, gain 2 charge count. On hit, gain charge. On hit, gain charge. Inflict bind, still consume charge count. Use, inflict 2 bind. So she can make her allies tankier if she has charge on self. 6 at least. Got it. The big attack. 2 self and highest resident allies with charge. Apply load equal to charge on self. Load. Attack skills that consume charge count deal more damage for every value on self. If the applicant unit is a W Corp employee, deal more damage. Turn end as effect expires. So we want to use Rip Dimension when we have a high resonance. And it applies load equal to charge on self to 5 other allies. At 2 plus charge and 714 charge, consume all charge count on self to gain coin power plus 2. Consume 15 charge count to gain power. Okay, more charge, more power. I say. 2 plus charge and 742 count. Consume all charge count on self to gain. What does she gain? 4 coin power if she's at max charge. This looks like it. The skill consume 15 charge count on use. Inflict rupture. Gain 5 charge count. Count can go up to 20 and the turn count. Okay, she makes everyone tankier with a second attack and deals a lot of damage with the third one. She has lots of charge. Gain 1 charge every time this unit consumes tank cumulative charge count doesn't count her. Turn and apply 1 clash power up next turn to charge W Corp employees, including this unit, in reverse deployment order. 5 allies. So she makes everyone clash better. Got it. While you, at 3 charge, gain coin power. Clash power plus 1 for every 6 charge on self. Max 2. So at 14 he gains 2 clash power plus 1 coin. There's 1. Gain charge barrier equal to charge potency on self. 2 plus charge potency on self. Aren't we using charge count? Hold on. The count could go up to 20, count lowers by 1 at the end. Yeah. How do you gain potency, brother? Guess it's CCA that gives in. If say CCA overdrive. This unit has 3 plus charge, potency, or less than 50% HP. Convert all coins in the skill into unbreakable. If this unit loses a clash while this effect is active, final power plus 3. So if he somehow loses a clash, he will gain final power on every attack? I'm not sure. At 10 plus charge, consume all charge to gain 4 coin power. Very nice. Gain clash power equal to charge potency on self. Alright? Final hit. Consume up to 10 charge counts to gain... Coin power for this coin equal to charge count consumed for this coin. If there's less damage equal to charge potency on self. And how do you gain charge potency, my dude? You're only gaining counts here. Passive. Gain 1 charge every time this unit consumes 10 cumulative charge count at this encounter. Equal to charge potency yourself. I don't see how you're getting charge potency. Alright, here we go. If this unit has less than 50 HP, gain shield equal to charge potency. Immediately before getting hit, gain shield equal to charge potency on self. This unit gains charge count past the max. Charge count capped by using a skill. Skill does more damage for every count to exceed the max. Still don't see how he gets charge potency. A less than 15 charge count, gain the following effects. Gain overcharge next turn, remove this unit's first stagger hold, and add the skill tree to him. Overcharge. Become immobilized, take 10 plus charge potency yourself times 5. Less damage, gain charge barrier based on charge potency, gain 10 charge count, and 2 attack power up next turn and lose this effect. Gain aggro to this unit leftmost slot based on charge potency. When hit by, gain 1 charge count and 1 load next turn. This unit is in panic. Okay, so we want to get him to 10 charge and then use the skill so he gets 10 more charge and then he's gonna have the 20 for his big boy attack. But how do we get charge potency? We have charge count for days, but not potency. Alright, let's take a look.
특이성 감지 센서 청속 타입 G 확인. 요원 여러분의 활력 징후가 높아짐이 확인됩니다.
충전 기능 점검. 단순히 점검.
유혈적 폭력 사태 발생 중.
Right.
열차 내에 남아 있는
So this is the count.
신속한 상황
And
종료를
this is the
위해
potency.
노력해 주십시오.
Alright, that I already know. It's funny that the charge thing is actually a thing that you want to use your skills want to generate charge.
암호 시동 체크.
Alright, so Heathcliff is now at 12 charge. He is primed and ready to use his block move. Merso here doesn't have much fancy stuff to him. He gains slash protection, gain 30 charge. Ooh, slash protection, very nice. And charge can gain quite power. Defensive charges for slash fragility. Plus 5 charge, then charge. Got it. Defense. He plays a lot of defense level downs, but otherwise he is pretty bland. His season 1 skill, so. Consume 6 charge, gain kind of 10 power. Rip Dimension needed to be at big numbers. This is going to consume all her charge on use. So we want to use a block. This one. Let's try a block. This one at less than 15 charge, consume charge to gain carrying power. And we need more charge. Yeah, we want to hit the charge threshold before we use the big nuke attack. Cliff is charging up.
진압 가능성이 50%를 상회했습니다. 승객 일부의 문제를 감지했으나 워프 열차 연산 시스템은 해당 요소가 큰 문제가 아니라고 판단하고 있습니다. 노고에 감사드립니다.
Alright, here we go. Ryosho is charged up. Dawn is charged up. He is not charged up. Energy cycle to get the last of your skill. Energy cycle, energy current. You are charged up. Rip Dimension is not charged up, so we're gonna use another block here. Very nice.
효과적인 청소입니다. 워프 열차 연산 시스템은 해당 행동의 약 34%의 모범적인 청소 방식을
I should actually write down. Now, I like the double copting is interesting because you know it has a gimmick, You're gonna write down the numbers for each charge threshold before you use skills, and that should make for a pretty good team. Alright, she's all charged up, now she can use her big skill. Unfortunately, no one attacked Heathcliff, so... But Heathcliff is now at 20 charge count, so I think he's gonna hit big now. Consume 10 charge, he's gonna consume 10 charge, and get power. And then his final hit's gonna, you know, consume charge. Oh, actually, hold on. You don't need to be at 10 exactly. You need to be above 10, but not at 20. Because he gains charge on hits. He gains 4 charge on hits, so we can be at 16. Yeah, we can be at 16 before he uses his big attack on full power. So, yeah, he's gonna consume 10, and then he's gonna go back to 14. And then he's gonna consume another 10. Good, he's not charged. Charge leap, consume 6 charge, no. Don't want to consume her charge, not yet today. Dawn and Ryoshu is nothing. Don't Ryoshu only have like the one skill that consumes charge that we need to watch out for. I'm overthinking for these low level enemies, honestly, but I want to learn the character, you know, before I properly use it on higher levels. Oh, the Voracious Hammer is here. Put some blood in there, Dawn. Nice job. Oh, nice. This is really use the economy class, huh? Here we are. Apologies. So let's see. We got all the economy items so far. We're gonna get Virudo is amazing, so we're gonna enhance it right away. Very nice. Let's go straight for the boss. So let me open a notepad here to keep track of the charge thresholds of each one of my lovely sinners. So we have Otis and Heath, Dawn, and our boy Yiseng. Otis thresholds for her skill true is 6. That's true. 6 charge. And for her S3, the threshold that we want to reach is... let's see. Consume 15 charge. Yeah, we want to be at 15 charge. For maximum effect. Hifu, we want to get his S3 at 16 charge. While his S2, which fortifies our team, or fortifies himself rather, 6 charge. S2 at 6 charge. I also just realized that I'm doing a charge thing after I did with the Centipede. It's nice. Dawn doesn't have anything that consumes it except her final one. So Dawn S3 is just a 10 charge. It's simple, easy, deals a lot of damage. Not much to think about. Ryoshu has more damage, against 7% power. So her special is at 15. Just like Otis. Ryoshu S3 at 15 charge. Lastly, we have Yiseng, and he gain charge count, and consume. He's saying S3 at 15 for maximum effect. And we have Mercil, and for maximum effect on him we need actually just 8, I believe. Let's check it
여전히
out.
유별난 사람이시군요.
Yeah, 8 charge. 8 charge for defense level downs, which is not bad. Alright, let's begin charging them.
충전 기능 점검. 단숨에 정렬.
I'm actually using charge a lot on my tabletop, at least conceptually. I don't get to play ever because my friends that are supposed to GM couldn't do it last weekend. But it's fine. They're busy boys. They'll get to eventually. No one is charged yet. Not charged. You can use your S3 and you are not charged.
충전 기능 점검.
And charge is amazing because if you do the math for it, you can get some disgustingly powerful skills rather easily. Just to do the math. How many attacks do I need to do to actually get the charge I need before I use this skill? Just like what we're doing here now. Well, here we can actually use the skill without charge at some cost like health. But on the game, you can't the tabletop, you can't use the skill if you don't have the charge at all. Let's take a look. Everyone, I think, is fully loaded. Or Dawn is at 10. You are at 12, so no good. You are 14. Your S3 doesn't give a charge on use, does it?
이번 차량을 정리합니다.
On use, it was charged. Yeah, we need one more, but we're overtaking this. These guys are gonna explode soon. Yeah, these guys are gonna explode. Dawn is gonna explode one of them, so overtaking here. Actually, Leo Gregor here would be good because she has like a 5-point skill. It would do more and more damage.
인사부서에 해당 요원에 대한 평가를 송신합니다.
Give me the cost. And we're gonna get more cost because of the thing. Here's what we were for. This is excellent if you're doing mirror dungeons. It is just free poise for everyone. Curriculum Vitae, we're gonna get it because it's a charge thing. All the other two here are also good, but these two are better. Next, do I have a pack that I can search for? No. This is good. There's charge guaranteed here. There's this here as well. Let's visit the crabs. It's crab time. Let's get the events. Excellent. Let's kill him. This guy is always nice to find in the early dungeon because he gives you one of the best Poison Eagle gifts as well for Leaf Clover. Which is when you crit, you gain more poise, so it self-perpetuates poise. Lets you activate most of your poise gifts, except the ones that require like a team. Alright, let's begin. So, Hiffocliffo. When he overcharges, he gains 10 charge. This one gives him 6 charge. Perfect. We're gonna overload him next turn. You are not charged up, but this is a skill that gives you no charge. You don't gain charge on your skill 2. Interesting. Alright. You are not charged, so we're not going to use it. This is Ryoshu. Ryoshu can gain charge on her S2, so we're going to use that. You are going to be blocking with that skill. Actually, just go for it, do damage. Break his head, actually. I'm looking for his weakness now, because with the Clash power-ups you get and the level ups from Grace of the Stars is going to be a breeze. Another thing about using charge in the tabletop that is really good is because you can put gain charge on your weapon, so every attack you do will have that effect of gaining charge. but you also can have it on your skill, so you can have a skill that consumes charge and gains charge at the same time, and since you're going to be using it together with your weapon, you can self-perpetuate the same skill over and over again, as long as the charge costs, you know, hit good. Let's see here. We're going to block this one, and we don't want to consume your charge. You're at 7 charge, which is excellent. Cancel. No, I can't cancel that. Oh, well. Right. Ryoshu. No, Otis is at 10. Otis requires 15 before she can pull out her net. And she's going to consume 6 charge out of this and gain 6 charge back if she hits. Ah, this is what I'm talking about. She consumes 6 charge to use the skill, but she generates 6 charge by actually hitting with the skill, assuming you can get a one-sided out. Dawn is at 12, so you can deal massive damage to its head. You are at 8 charge, means you can use your skill 2 here. Ah, we have casting shade out. But this is for a clash then. You are at 6 charge, you can't do anything, and here. Go!
일부 위험 요소가 추출된 것을 감지했습니다.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Big damage! I remember when Season 1 Dawn charged, she still holds up, but she was so busted back then, because that's the highest damage you could do. But nowadays we have Tumbler Soul doing like a billion damage with his big skill. Right. He is fully charged now. Unfortunately, I don't know why he's not targeting them. Excuse you, dogs? He's charged. It means he can go for it. I think he's gonna die before he can do anything. Yeah, he's dead. Let's kill him. No need to be fancy here. But hey, I'm getting the hang of using hit cliff here. He's at the perfect threshold for getting all his charge. We can do better math though. We can do better math. He could have entered the overcharge state earlier because he generates charge with his one attack. So yeah, we'll do it. He generates 10 charge after he comes out of the overcharge. So we could, as long as we're 6 charge, we could have, you know, putting on overcharge, or if he was gonna be at 6 charge that turn, he could have overcharged.
Moon up.
Smokes and wires. You don't apply bleed, so that is useless.
목적지까지 가기 위하여.
One second, please.
특이성 감지 센서, 청소 타입 Y 확인. 위험 인물의 활동성이 증가했는지 확인하시길 권장드립니다.
I have returned. One moment, please, as I equate myself here back. Right, crab time. Crabs are pretty easy. I'm not gonna get fancy with them. You don't generate charge. That's right. And this one doesn't generate charge either, does it? No, gain 7 charge count. There we go. Do these 2 crabs. It's gonna be easy. It's gonna be simple.
매우 효과적인 청소입니다. 워프 요차 연산 시스템은 해당 행동에 약 14%의 정리 기여도가 있음을 판단했습니다. 특이성 감지 센서
There we go.
청소 타입 G 확인. 요원 여러분의 활력 징후가 높아짐이 확인됩니다.
Dawn is currently uncharged, so Dawn is not doing anything. And neither is Yisang or Otis. There's a lot of gloom skills in this thing, I never realized that. I thought they were mostly envy. Guess I was mistaken.
충전 기능
I'm
점검.
gonna just do a bunch of one-sided attacks here, it's easier. They have the numbers advantage, so always go for one-sided when you can.
승객 무력 확인.
이제 휴식에 그다지 모을 필요는 없겠군요.
온전히 앉아 있어라. 끝났으니까.
Very nice. I like the way they animated him. Ring Spirit. Right, one more fight. This one is for more money.
정리 시간이다.
특이성 감지
There we
센서
go.
청소 타입 Y 확인.
Nope,
위험
nope,
인물의
nope.
활동성이 증가했는지 확인하시길 권장드립니다.
아무 시동체.
No need to get fancy with the crabs. The same are fancy as for the actual big bosses.
특이성 감지 센서 청소 타입 G 확인. 요원 여러분의 활력 징후가 높아짐이 확인됩니다.
내가 눈에 새겨주지.
Ah, the counters. Merso is actually a pretty good support for Ryoshin damage-wise because of his slash fragility. I gotta pick up how to use that a little bit more. We can do some big damage with her. Ah, damn it. Nice job, Dawn. That together with Dawn's Leap that applies True Fragile as well. We can do some crazy combos here. Problem is the Merso is slow as hell. Like, I think his base speed is 411 because it's, you know, boosted because of the levels. And she is a tree. No, she can be faster than her. I guess he chooses not to be fast. Win rate. Win rate. Punch that crab.
모범적인 청소 방식을 확인했습니다. 인사부서의 해당 요원에 대한 평가를 성신합니다.
Now, Charge is a perfect example of what I was saying the other day about turn-based games, and Limbus Company does a very good job at that, about consumables, is that because of there's such a thing as an action economy in these games, you don't want to lose your turn for whatever reason. You want to stay on the offensive, you don't want to waste a turn unless you're reviving someone. You essentially want to get your team to be aggressive almost constantly. Unless you're doing an action that is going to enhance that aggression by twice the action you wasted using to make that action, you should always try to be aggressive. But Limbus Company does a little bit different because there's some effects that you can do that will just massively buff your guys to the point that it's completely worth doing it. And I really like that. Charge is one example. Like, you think that putting Heathcliff on a knockout state, because that's what he essentially does when he activates his defense skill, would be bad, but the fact that he gains true power-ups next turn in a bunch of charge means that he can use his most power, and he guarantees gains his powerful skill as well. There's not even, you don't even have to predict which one is the next skill that he's gonna get. It just makes it so worth it. I think you got a tier 4 gift here. Yeah, that's the tier 4 gift right here. Huh, that's going much better than I expected. And then again, I did use Grace of the Stars, which makes the Mirror Dungeon kind of a joke. There we go. That was easy. Now we need the rest of the charge gifts. Let's get the Talisman Bundle, it's better. Anything here I want to sell. Elytra is kind of our ass, I don't like it. We have Nebulizer now. We don't need the Horseshoe either. Nebulizer and the 4-leaf clover. It's double whammy. Let's power up the Talisman bundle. And off we go. To the king, Trash Crab.
열차 상태 확인.
특이성 감지 센서.
Alright, here we go.
청소 타입
Now, this is a big boss. We can afford to be a little
위험
fancier.
인물의
So let's get our
활동성이
team
증가했는지
charged up.
확인하시길 권장드립니다.
I don't want to use Leap right now, but I guess we will. Yoshu. We'll let one attack go through, why not? Just so we can do... Yeah, this is bad. I want to use Leap because it applies True Fragile, but I don't think that's going to cut it. Let him take some of that heat for us. There we go. We're going to let these attacks go through. We have Charge Barrier. We can take
암호
it.
시동 체크.
Oh, right, because I got the gifts, so I would start with a lot of charge. I didn't realize that. Whoopsie doopsie.
매우 효과적인 청소입니다.
That's for big damage
워프
numbers.
요차 연산 시스템은 해당 행동에 약 14%의 정리 기여도가 있음을 판단했습니다.
Alright. Yeah, we can take it. They have shields.
특이성
Alright, look at all that charge.
주의 확인.
Except you use your
요원
big
여러분의
attacks.
활력 징후가
Alright,
높아지면
he's
확인됩니다.
gonna die. He's gonna die turn 1. And I think since this is not like a Supreme King Trash Crab in the late extreme stages, we can just kill him. No need to be fancy. Just kill him. We'll just kill him. And I think the first attack is gonna do it. Yep.
모범적인 청소
Yep.
방식을 확인했습니다.
Simple as that.
인사부서에 해당 요원에 대한 평가를 성신합니다.
As shrimple as that. Alright, give me that. The trash crab, brain vine, and this one. There we go. No violet. I don't want to do it. Let's take a look at what we can search. Pack search. We can get... Can we get Warp Train here? I think Warp Train is 4 and 5, right? Yeah, let's do no violet. Let's do no violet. Let's realize I bought the no violet. And we have the team for it, so...
차원 파동 장갑 충전 완료.
Somebody even knows. Ah, classic song, and I
특이성
love.
감지 센서. 청소
Here we
타입
go.
Y 확인.
Since we started with a shit ton
위험
of
인물의
charge
활동성이
already,
증가했는지 확인하시길 권장드립니다.
not a shit ton, but enough to get us going. Like, if we had one more charge, we could. I think it's. Is it gonna trigger? I don't know. If it's gonna trigger because it says on news gain charge, and then consume 6 charge counts. It consumes at the start. Oh well. Let's use our skill ones. We only have skill ones anyway.
방해물을 제거합니다.
Let's charge it up, team. Heathcliff is ready to charge up.
특이성 감지 센서 청소 타입
There we
주의
go.
확인. 요원
See a
여러분의
lot of good
활력
charges
징후가
out there.
높아짐이 확인됩니다.
Dawn is ready to nuke one of them. Can Dawn nuke one of them right from the get-go? We'll see. You are a skill true, and then skill true, self-perpetuate because of that. Overdrive on this one. And let's save your skill tree for something that needs it.
내가 눈에
Let's see.
새겨주지.
Remember with the mirror dungeon, with all the charge gifts you can get, that after some point it doesn't matter. You don't need to make the charge calculations. You have the charge.
매우
You can just use
효과적인
it.
청소입니다. 워크 연산 시스템은
승객
해당
보건 중.
행동의 약
Doesn't help that I
14%의
also have flash power-ups and the level
동의도를
ups, because
가지고
this wasn't supposed to be a challenge. I have a full team. If you have a full team of a
있습니다.
archetype, like W Corp here, you just win
인사부서의
automatically.
해당 요원에 대한 평가를 송신합니다.
Because you no longer have to deal with like who can take this attack or who can take that attack. Hiroshi's gonna kill that one.
암호 시동체.
You can just have your entire team out, and there's more than enough people to take all the attacks to flash against all of them. And if you do lose one, especially W Corp, you have 2 extras on standby if needed. Very nice.
승객 무력 제압 완료.
Nice combo.
승객 보건 중.
Now he has True Fragile, and Ryoshi's using her charge skill, so it's gonna hurt a lot.
방금 청소
Just kill him.
제거합니다.
W사 인재관리 부서에서 자동 승진 추천서가 발부되었음을 안내드립니다.
모을 필요는 없겠고.
자세한 내용은 서면에 적혀 있습니다.
Right, broken revolver. As we've needed more power-ups here. Again, this is not going to be a challenge. I just want to do a mirror dungeon and have some fun. Tomorrow I am going to be doing Halo ODST, I believe. Free gift. And double gifts. Go, Otis. Do your thing, Otis.
매뉴얼은 모두 직접 숙지시켰습니다.
Now we do more damage with our charge skills when we are overcharging.
기차와 같이 달려나가겠소.
특이성 감지
There we go.
센서 청소 타입 Y 확인. 위험 인물의 활동성이
Generate
증가했는지
some basic
확인하시길
charge
권장드립니다.
first. Before I start pulling combos. Because we have a leap
충전
ready
기능 점검.
for that true
단순히
fragile.
정리하라.
Sorry. Very nice. Alright, the charge should have been generated now.
특이성 감지 센서 청소
No longer
타입
protected,
주의
but
확인.
we are charged up.
요원 여러분의 활력 징후가 높아짐이 확인됩니다.
You self-perpetuate that with our charge. Ryoshu has a... Ryoshu's no longer fast, it's just faster than Dawn right now, which is suboptimal. Save that for another one. Generate a little bit more charge then. Hit that one.
방해물을 제거합니다. 이제
nice. Alright, we got a bunch of charged nukes ready to deploy.
매우 효과적인 청소입니다. 워프 열차 연산 시스템은 해당 행동의 약 14%의 정리 비효도가 있음을 판단했습니다.
났으니까.
방금 청소를 수행한 요원께 W사
So, we got the first charge nuke going
자동
out.
승진 추천서가 발부되었음을 안내드립니다. 자세한 내용은
Two charge nukes,
서면에
go.
적혀 있습니다.
And then Otis is fully charged. Dawn is fully charged. Dawn, kill that one. And you just deal damage to this one for now.
방해물을 제거합니다.
Oh, dogs are very crazy. I still don't understand how we're getting charge
청소 방식을
potency.
확인했습니다. 인사부서에
I need to read up on how
해당
charge
요원의
potency works.
확인합니다.
모을 필요는 없겠군요.
공간을 뭉갠다.
Very nice.
워프 열차 연산 시스템이 정리 방식의 선택이 적절했음을 판단했습니다.
온전히
훌륭합니다.
앉아 있어라.
Is potency acquired when we consume enough charge?
났으니까.
Let's take a look.
방금 청소를 수행한
where
요원께
is Otis?
W사 인재관리 부서에서 자동 승진 추천서가 발부되었음을
이번 차량을 정리한
안내드립니다.
후에
자세한 내용은
Results used by certain skills for additional
서면에
effects.
적혀
Count can go up to 20, count lowers by 1 at the end of each turn. Why is it going up, though? The potency. Alright, go ape mode on that thing.
방해물을 제거합니다.
Ape mode activated.
벌써 끝난 맘.
Alright. Oh, I thought I was going to actually get to the boss. I was saving my S3s. I guess it was a chop before that. Oops. Come on. Oh boy, it's taking a while to load. Apologies. Come on. Oh boy, there we go. It's loading again. Hardship. Let's see what we got here. Headless Portraits, Marvel Lasso, Lithograph. Oh, apologies. Enhance this one. Fuse some gifts. Let's fuse this. This, we don't use sinking, and this. So, though we get offense level, providing number of clashes divided by true offense level, max 3. And we don't need that much power. Oh, charge type gauntlets. Okay, we're in business. Let's upgrade that thing. There we go. Keyword refresh, charge. We have the key card. Fuck. We need that now. We need that now. I see it. It's spawned. It's there. I want it. Sell this. Hell yeah. Now it's smooth sailing from here on out. This thing already specializes in giving itself a lot of damage buffs. And now we just got lunar memory. So, yeah, GG. I don't think I even need to control my charge. Just hit win rate and everything. It's pretty much how much every mirror dungeon goes. If you're using Grace of the Stars, it just hit win rate. Unfortunately, the mirror dungeon is the main grinding mode for Limbus Company, so we kind of gotta get used to it, really. Here we go.
정리를 시작하겠어.
특이성 감지 센서.
Alright.
청소 타입 Y 확인.
We have so much charge right off the get-go, man. That's disgusting. I literally does not have to maximize charge anymore. It is just win rate at this point. That is how automatic charge goes after a bit. You get a few gifts and you're in Charge Town. Every effect procs, every damage buff, everything.
워프 열차 연산 시스템은 해당 행동의 약 14%의 모범적인 청소 방식을 확인했습니다. 인사부서에 해당 요원에 대한 평가를 송신합니다.
40 charge!
온전히 앉아 있어라.
Look at that. How did she gain potency? I don't get it. How do we get charge potency?
워프 열차 연산 시스템이 정리
Is it an
방식의
effect
선택이
from an ego
적절했음을
gift? Hold on.
판단했습니다. 훌륭합니다.
500. Alright. First, our allies get charged. Allies get charge count divided by 5 plus 1 damage up. Max. Each unit gains total charge count consumed by using attack skills. Max out for the charge. Each unit gains 1 charge every time they consume 10 charge. Turn start, allies gain 1 power attack for every charge potency in their respective self. How do we get charge potency? I do not know. God damn it. I'm not gonna look it up now. I'm gonna look it up later, but how do we gain charge potency? That has not been revealed to me yet.
요원 여러분의 활력 징후가 높아짐이 확인됩니다.
Oh, what's going on? Why is my PC slowing down? Why is everything freezing up? Hold on. Okay, it's better. Better. I don't know what happened there. It's the only thing that doesn't activate automatically is Heathcliff's super attack mode there.
끝났으니까. 완전 끝났으니까.
공간을 뭉갠다. 제압 완료. 승객 복원 준비.
방금 청소를 수행한 요원께 W사 인재관리 부서에서
오케이.
자동 승진 추천서가 발부되었음을 안내드립니다. 자세한 내용은 서면에 적혀 있습니다.
Alright, I read it up. Apparently you gain charge potency when you consume more than 10 charge. It is like a passive bonus you get for being a good boy that eat up all your charge. Yum yum. Very good, I see. So, the whole thing that gives you charge potency, activate effects on charge potency for Heathcliff and other characters, is for long-term combat.
모을 필요는 없겠군요.
끝났으니까.
Here we are. Fix it up, Heathcliff. You have the skills for it, boy.
됐지? 이런 건 신입 때 질리도록 해봤거든.
Here he comes. All the nuggets are dead.
청소를 수행한 요원께 W사
Here we go.
인재관리 부서에서
So,
자동
Heathcliff can activate his
승진
Stingus
추천서가
to gain super
발부되었음을
power up next turn.
자세한 내용은 서면에 적혀 있습니다.
내가 눈에 새겨주지.
I don't think there's any reason to be fancy here with all the gifts they have, especially lunar memory.
유쾌하진 않군.
It's disgusting, man.
지금이 기회인 것 같소.
Oh, actually, since we have so much charge, we don't actually activate overcharge to make Heathcliff staggered. Did I get that right? Yeah, we don't.
정리 정도는
So he actually doesn't benefit for having a lot of charge.
분적한으로 간다.
Yeah, we're charging less than 15%. Take 50 charge points to self damage. Take charge from battle for next turn. Yeah, he doesn't get the power ups if he is overcharged, which is as we are. No, he gets the power up if he is overcharged, but the problem is he has too much charge right now. He doesn't gain the overcharge, which sucks. I see.
시동체.
He's a very good tank if you're playing something that isn't Mirror Dungeon and he can get really powerful. I guess he can activate overcharge if he's less than 50% HP, which reasonably you're not gonna get that because you have charge barrier. Everyone applies charge barrier to you unless you're fighting some guy that really does a lot of damage from unbreakable coins, like some of the latest bosses. Interesting. It's a bit of an anti-synergy. I wasn't expecting that. We got another level 4 here. Forgot about that. Yeah, let's do for madness. Long combat. Hi. You know what? I'm feeling bold. Let's fight the fish. We have lunar memory. It's gonna be probably a turn 1 or 2 fight. And we have the plus clash powers as well, so even if he paralyzes us, it's not gonna be much of an issue. The big fish is here.
청소 타입 G 확인. 요원 여러분의 활력 징후가 높아짐이 확인됩니다.
I guess I can activate his overcharge. No, we can't. He starts with 37 because the ego gifts are disgusting. Actually, how is your fluorescence? Why am I even questioning what his body is weak to? We have lunar memory. Anything's gonna hit like 4 times damage.
매우 효과적인 청소입니다. 워프 열차 연산 시스템은 해당 행동의 약 14%의 정리 기여도가 있음을 판단했습니다. 일부 위험
Jesus.
요소가 추출된 것을 감지했습니다. 정리 요원들의 노고에
I think this is gonna be a turn 1, actually. Probably not. Oh? Well done. And here comes the nuke. Ah, it's almost a turn 1. Maybe if Ryoshi didn't lose that clash, it would have been a turn 1. Oh, a turn 2 is just as good as well. So, since everyone is paralyzed... Is everyone paralyzed? Where's the paralysis? Did we break the thing and didn't apply the paralysis? That is crazy. I didn't realize that. I never actually read his boss gimmicks. I just know he applies paralysis after his big attack. Alright, since we broke it, it inflated. Yeah, so you can break his part before he can do his thing. You don't get the paralysis. That's interesting. Now I know how to beat him with my eyes closed, kind of. If he has the damage output to break his part right away, like we have right now, it would be pretty easy. Nerfing kit, fluorescent. Hello there. No, I don't want to talk to you. I already got your gift. I don't want to talk to you. Refresh, charge, UPS system. I do believe we have the materials to make the other gift, which is, yeah, we don't have the charge gift, the other charge gift. Oh well. Whatever. Whatever, we have lunar memory, we're good to go, we're good to destroy this team. It's gonna be easy, it's gonna be a short stream today. I didn't expect to beat the Centipede the first time with the EX, but I guess it was pretty easy if I, just stopped to think about it. The damn Centipede. Hello, pathetic creature.
특이성 감지 센서 청소 타입 G 확인. 요원 여러분의 활력 징후가 높아짐이 확인됩니다.
Welcome to the economy class. We are gonna rip your eyes out. You're gonna die, dog. Sorry.
앞을 막을 자는 없어.
매우 효과적인 청소입니다. 워프 열차 연산 시스템은 해당 행동의 약 14%의 정리 기여도가 있음을 판단했습니다.
Rip that frog apart.
확인했습니다. 인사부서에 해당
Comes
요원에 대한
the charge
평가를
nuke.
송신합니다.
Oh, that's not done.
공간을 뭉갠다.
If I understand correctly from what I read, once your sinner has 3 charge potency, he no longer loses charge at all. He's like always charged up. I think, yeah. Anyway, kill this
내
toad.
앞을 막을 자는 없어.
If that's the case, that's big. That's tremendous. Because once you get enough charge going, you are going to be permanently on the power-up state, permanently dealing extra damage on everything. It's insane.
알립니다. 상황이 통제될 가능성이
Just kill him. There
지속적으로
is
상승하고
nothing
있습니다.
that I can say here, nothing I can do. I don't even need to consult how much charge I have because we're generating so much of it. It is so automatic, so risk-free, hassle-free, no gimmicks involved. The only gimmick we have is Heathcliff going to overcharge mode, his low health or low charge. Is he at 13 charge potency right now?
온전히 앉아 있어.
Ooh, look at that. Big damage from Ryosha, as always. Ah, the statue that I love.
정리 정도는
흔치 않은
신입병
이상
맡겨.
현상이 예고되었음을 안내드립니다.
번쩍한 거
His skill has 3 charge potency. Oh my god, he becomes so powerful now. Oh, jeez. Oh boy, here we go. Time to fight that statue, boys. Punch its feet.
방해물을 제거합니다.
There we go. I'll never forget you, my poor mentees, because you made me study some Buddhist concepts that were very interesting to study. And since you were the first boss from the first railway, it was just a memorable experience to fight you with the Kurokumo clan, and I only had like the lineage Kurokumo mixed teams.
임대관리부서에서 자동 승진 추천서가 발부되었음을 안내드립니다. 자세한 내용은 서면에 적혀 있습니다.
There is not much more to say. They are just strong now. I often see people talk about like, oh, this ID is so bad it doesn't do count or charge is ruined, but look at this. I know that Mirror Dungeon technically is the main game mode, but you also have story mode, and after you beat the fight the first time, what's there? You can gotta go back to do challenges, sure, but I never got it. Never understood. Like say, oh, this character doesn't do enough rupture count, or oh, this charge or burn count or whatever. Burn is the easy. You stack it real easy. You just need more potency and at least true count to keep it going, because it only consumes 1 count per turn.
청소를 수행한 요원께 W사 인재관리
So it's very
부서에서
easy to keep the
자동
flame
승진
going.
추천서가 발부되었음을 안내드립니다. 자세한
I don't
내용은
get it. I don't
서면에
get some
적혀
things.
있습니다.
I am old. I am decrepit. I am getting older. I am very sick today.
내 앞을
So I
막을
don't get
자는
it.
없어.
All I get is that you learn your team, you learn their gimmicks, and it doesn't matter if the boss has some unique, super powerful gimmick. If you know your team, you can beat him. Of course, as you know, our boy Sun Tzu said ages ago, if you know yourself, but you don't know the enemy, you're going to win half your battles. If you know the enemy but don't know yourself, you're also going to win half the battle. But if you know your enemy and you know yourself, you're going to win all the battles. So if you understand your team but don't understand the boss gimmick, you will probably win. Maybe. And if you know the boss gimmick and you know your team, you're gonna win. There's no way. Well, kinda. There is a bit of RNG involved because it is still a video game. Heathcliff, go beat up that old man, please. Turn him into mush.
충전 기능 점검. 단숨에 점검.
Dos, tres, cuatro. Oh? Ah. Couldn't do it twice, could you, Guido? 32. It's beautiful, isn't it? It's beautiful.
제압 완료.
And we got the statue.
보관 준비.
Now to the final floor then. This is going to be a quick stream, unfortunately, because we got lunar memory kind of busted early on. Oh well. Sure, give me a chance for an Eagle Gift. Miniature telepole and Snake's Low. Sure, that's unique. Dream ending. Should we go dream ending? I think it's the parade. I like the parade. For Houses and Greed, the line for Masquerade. I want to go to the train. I am going to go to the train. Where's the Bokgak for? That's Bokgak. I want to visit the train. We have the full W Corp team. We have the W Corp announcer, and we have the Bokgak. So let's go do that.
기차와 같이 달려나가겠어.
특이성 감지
There we
센서 청소 타입 G 확인. 요원 여러분의
Back at the
활력
blood.
징후가
Oh, we are
확인이
actually
확인됩니다.
struggling now. Not for long, but I also like going into the train with the W Corp IDs because whenever you use a skill tree, it has an effect. You see it soon enough. Alright, we're gonna see a rip dimension right away.
공간을 뭉갠다.
And that effect is so nice.
순서입니다. 워프 열차 연산 시스템은 해당 행동에 약 14%의 정리 기여도가 있음을 판단했습니다.
Man, now that I think of it, W Corp employees, the ones that deal with cleanup, the janitors, they must be terrifying to fight in close quarters because every day they're cleaning up these horrible abominations inside the train, and they are all fighting in close quarters. So they must make for some excellent urban scenario fighters. I need to make note of that whenever we have to involve them in something.
서면에 적혀 있습니다.
Kill that guy. we go.
암호 시동 체크.
Rip space!
모범적인 청소 방식을 확인했습니다. 인사부서의 해당 워프 열차 연산 시스템이 정리 방식의 선택이 적절했음을 판단했습니다. 훌륭합니다. 방금 청소를 수행한 요원께 W사 인재관리 부서에서 자동 승진 추천서가 발부되었음을 안내드립니다.
What else is there to say
자세한
other
내용은
than
서면에
it's a
적혀
cool
있습니다.
team. They do the job. They are easy to shard. They're not seasonal. You can get them at any time.
기능 점검.
They're good. They're effective.
단순히 점검.
But like get Otis or Otis Ryoshu Dawn and Eclipse because the others are not so good. They're mostly for backup.
그다지 유쾌하진 않군요.
방금
Kill.
청소를 수행한 요원께
One left. Kill.
W사 인재관리 부서에서 자동 승진 추천서가 발부되었음을 안내드립니다. 자세한 내용은 서면에 적혀 있습니다.
Let's finish this. I want to eat dinner. Like I said, it's gonna be a shorter stream today, and if you're just watching, because I am quite sick and I need my soup. Old man sick needs his soup.
특이성 감지 센서, 청소 타입 Y
There we go.
확인.
And not to
위험
be
인물의
fancy here,
활동성이
just
증가했는지
smash into
확인하시길
bits.
권장드립니다. 매우 효과적인 청소입니다. 워프 열차 연산 시스템은 해당 행동의 약 14%의 정리 기여도가 모범적인 청소 방식을 확인했습니다.
Such nice effects.
인사부서의 해당 요원에 대한 평가를 송신합니다. 워프 열차 연산 시스템이 정리 방식의 선택이 적절했습니다.
I think we got 3S3s. Nice.
훌륭합니다.
We're really ripping the space apart with this one.
벌써 끝나가는군.
특이성 감지 센서 청소 타입 G 확인. 요원 여러분의 활력
눈의
징후가
세계로
높아짐이 확인됩니다.
지금이 기회인 것 같소.
The glorious sound of combat.
끝났으니까.
So how would I translate their proficiency fighting close quarters in the tabletop? I mean, they're obviously going to use charge, but
방금 청소를 수행한
experience
요원께
close quarters.
W사 인재관리 부서에서 자동 승진 추천서가 발부되었음을 안내드립니다.
Maybe they can do 2 attacks of opportunity if the target tries to move away from range. You use small weapons.
끝났으니까. 끝났으니까.
Or maybe they get a bonus on attacks of opportunity, a special skill. We're trying to get away from that in close quarters. Maybe a grapple. That is an effect for that, so no. Maybe an attack they can use during a grapple where they do extra damage, like a little struggle snuggle. Hard blood gravy. One more time. The final floor. We're not gonna do extreme floors, there's no need to. I already did all the achievements, unfortunately. As much it would be interesting to make a string about doing the extreme floors again. I tried the other time, didn't work very well. But yeah.
특이성 감지
Kill
센서,
them!
청소
There is no
타입
need to be
G
fancy,
확인.
just kill them!
요원 여러분의 활력 징후가 높아짐이 확인됩니다. 매우 효과적인 청소입니다. 워프 열차 연산 시스템은 해당 행동의 약 14%의 정리 기여도가 있음을 판단했습니다.
I really wish they would revisit the old IDs because that sound effect was so weak. Some of the sound effects are so weak for the earlier IDs. Like Rhodia's, purple Rhodia's counter is so pathetic. Just like a shit.
승객 무력 확인.
특이성 감지 센서, 청소 타입 Y 확인. 위험 인물의 활동성이 증가했는지 확인하시길 권장드립니다.
Here we go.
내가 눈에 새겨줄
신시계.
맘. 승객 무력 제압 완료. 승객 복원 중.
다음은 어디요?
방금 청소를
There's Sasha.
수행한 요원께 W사 인재관리 부서에서
No, Sasha's not here
자동
yet.
승진 추천서가
Oh.
발부되었음을 안내드립니다. 자세한 내용은
CA
서면에
overdrive.
적혀있습니다.
Let's do some skill tricks here for the cool effect. Dawn, rip this person asunder, please.
내 앞을 막을 자는 없어.
Ooh, we got the full CCA now.
온전히 앉아 있어라.
모범적인
Ah, we didn't get to the big ass sword he summons with pure energy.
해당 요원에 대한 평가를 성신합니다.
Finding with the elbow must be
워프
really
열차
complicated,
연사
man, especially with the
시스템이
blade.
정리 방식의
Really
선택이
needs some getting used to.
판단했습니다. 훌륭합니다.
I often see like elbow blades, but that's strange to use. Maybe my body's not built for elbowing things,
방금
except for
청소를 수행한
bringing it down like
요원께
that.
W사 인재관리 부서에서 자동 승진 추천서가 발부되었음을 안내드립니다. 자세한 내용은 서면에 적혀 있습니다.
Right, this was not the boss. I was expecting the boss after this. I don't know. It's kind of blending together. We did so many MEDs at this point. Sticky Muck. And a random Igor gift. Let's go. And nothing that we want here. New charge gifts. Night vision goggles. W Corp Center issue. Portable barrier battery. Another charge refresh. Another charge refresh. There we go. Very nice. Now we fuse those gifts together to create the final charge masterpiece. Ah, we needed another charge. That's why we needed the dagger. Let's make it then. We have the tools. And it is a material generator, not what we wanted. Well, since we're the last one here, might as well grab the gifts. Charge blade, there we go. Yeah, the charge blade. Wait, that's not how we made it? I needed a battery, didn't need the fingers. Right. Oh, we got the fingers anyway. There we go. After using skill that gains charge count or unique charge gain emergency barrier battery equal to count. Skill consume count, consume count, and skills. Following effect and dealing damage with skill nerfs their healing, clash power, different number. It's just that good. Nothing much else to say here. Lightning rod. And UPS system. There we go. The other ego gift. We are at peak charge right now. We are charged up, but we can do better. Oh, we can do so much better. And we can do so much better. Regenerative battery. A lot of the gifts are rank 2, so yeah, I don't have enough rank 1 stuff to degrade it. Fudge. Ah well, we got the batteries, we got everything. We're good to go. Let's just power this up. Sell the endorphin kit because we don't need it. It's kind of bad. It's good for poistings, but bad for us. And enhance the thingamabobber. There we go, we are charged up. We are going to fold Cassetti like a piece of clothing. He's going to get folded like laundry. Because mirror dungeons are very easy. If you are ever having trouble with a mirror dungeon, make sure your team is properly leveled up. Make sure you take those 2 Grace of the Stars, the ones that give Clash power up, and level up your team. And you are good to go for farming. There is nothing else that you need to do. You hit win rate every battle, you grind your way to having every single ID in the game, and that is it.
내가 눈에 새겨주지.
모을 필요는 없.
매우 효과적인 청소입니다. 워프 요리사 연산 시스템은
공간을
해당 동종의 약 모범적인 청소 방식을 확인했습니다. 인사부 워프 열차 연산 시스템이 정리 방식의 선택이 적절했음을 판단했습니다.
Altis, can you use your funny skill? We can't because we don't generate enough wrath in this team. Nor do we have ego generating gifts. What a shame. Rip dimension. Tear that thing apart. I don't want to see it anymore.
아무 시동체.
Hello, Pedro El Mano from YouTube. What's up? Just doing the mirror dungeon here. We dealt with the the Centipede back in Canto 9, first try, and now we're just doing a simple mirror dungeon. We're about to end. This is the final boss of 4-5, so not much to say here. We managed to get some excellent Eagle gifts for the charge team, so it was really easy. We got lunar memory on like 4-3, so it has been just a stomp. But if you do watch the stream back, it is on YouTube, it's gonna be public. You get to see me yap a lot about how W Corp Heathcliff works, and learning how the other units also work, like how Altis Skill 2 generates charge barrier and it's self-perpetuating as long as you have enough charge to proc it the first time, and it's really good. Or how Heathcliff can just destroy everything by immobilizing himself.
아무 시동체.
At this point, it's all going automatic because I have so many ego gifts for charge running for this team that I really don't need to pay attention to my charge count. They just always have charge to their most powerful attacks at all times. I mean, what is there to say? Dawn is rolling 36. She always rolled high with that skill ever since season 1, but goddamn. This is a hard dungeon. We did use Grace of the Stars because I wasn't doing a challenge run like I usually do. Because I have a full team of W Corp, so it doesn't become a challenge even if I don't use Grace of the Stars or Ego Thirst. A friend of mine has that Heathcliff and says it's really good. It is! It's quite fun! We're about to see him do something horrible to Cassetti here. Actually, we are going to do horrible things to Cassetti right now. Because I see these 2 skill trees. And here's a tip, if you don't already know. Cassetti has an evade skill. Over here. We can prevent him from ever using that evade skill by offsetting it with our own defense skill. If you see at the top of the screen, well, kind of the chat thingy that is covering 1 second, you see that if we target our defense skill on hit, it shows offset, meaning we are canceling that evade skill. He's not going to use it. Downside is one of the sinners has to use an evade block skill over a defensive skill. But it's very funny when you have like something like a counter. If you check my previous stream where I used the middle, I did that a lot, where I used a counter attack to prevent an evade or block skill on the boss would then use an AoE that would attack the sinner would counter him, and his skill got cancelled. But let's watch Cassetti be obliterated.
내가 눈에 새겨주지.
Oh, here comes! Delicious.
공간을 뭉갠다.
Sorry, Cassetti. And it's Dawn that kills him, of course. Ah, that was nasty. Yeah, a lot of people don't know that because it's not explained anywhere in Limbus. And whenever I'm trying to do a boss fight, challenge run, or something, I try to explain mechanics and go over it because it's fun. There are so many things you can do with your team to make them stronger with ego gifts, ego attacks, team synergy. Whenever I start a stream where I'm doing Limbus Company content, especially Mirror Dungeons, I go over building the entire team, checking passives, checking ego attacks. That just collect my reward now, real quick, and I'll show you. Which is the most brain dead ID? The most brain dead ID by far, and I'm gonna get a little bit of a flack for that, is Lord Lu. Because, man, he has like 3 different ways to make your enemies just not do anything. You just sit there and watch the enemy get attacked. So, hold on. I'm gonna do my dailies as well since I'm here. A second. Rupture, there we go. So, Lord Lu, skill tree. You've probably seen it in action already. It has a PDF for a description, but it's fairly simple. When Lord Lu uses this attack, it doesn't trigger counters or anything. It is an unbreakable, so it's going to go off regardless of Clash Win lose, unless he gets staggered. That's always a thing. He uses that, boom. The next Heisho pack on the dashboard, in the turn order, will then use his skill tree against that enemy one-sided. So the enemy doesn't get to do anything about it unless he has a clashable counter, clashable guard, or a counter equipped. So he only gets attacked, so one-sided. Once the Heisho pack ID finishes that, Lord Lu and that ID will do a combo attack on the guy that is also one-sided. So he doesn't get to attack, he only gets to die and watch. It is kind of brain dead. There is, as long as you have the Heisho, a single Heisho with you, he is going to be a beast by himself. Let's see if there's other IDs that I think are kind of brain dead. 1 second here. Let's go to identities real quick. Brain dead IDs. Like, I would say Thumb Merceau is not brain dead because it has a gimmick to maximize his power. He's basically an aggro, sort of. He doesn't generate self-aggro, he just makes the Heisho attack, and attack again and again and again. Let's see, brain dead IDs. Well, there is one, Enclair. You don't have to do anything about it, you don't have to think. As long as you don't slot an ego on him, he will just do immense amounts of damage. Let's see who else. Even the sync associations have good like gimmicks going on for them. Pointlessly Sang is a little bit brain dead because he just does a lot of damage for no reason. Yeah, I'd say Lord Lu is the most brain dead. You can slot it in with a single Heisho, especially if you have Moused equipped, and you can solo the dungeon to get your shards all the time. And if it's a boss fight, it's just free attacks for no reason. So let's go hop on to the... Let's go there. The Lux Excavation today is Pierce. So I'm gonna use my Pierce team. We put the... Let's put F here. No.
여기는 소드.
Dante. My boy. There we go. I guess I could go with a wrong team here just to show you how it works. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna put Lord Lu first, followed by Rhodia, this guy, Gregor. This team does not have a lot of peers, so we're at disadvantage here, but it's gonna be fine. Mouse, Wei Sang, this Dawn, and these two guys to come after.
명을 받듭니다.
There we go.
야음을 틈타.
So this is the Pierce Luxcavation, so we should be taking Pierce units, but we're taking mostly Slash, because we're going to show you how Lord Lu essentially works. There we go. So, as that's saying right now, Lord Lu does not have a skill tree on his dashboard, and neither He's a skill tree coming, so it's gonna be a while until he does his thing. The Enfaust is a little bit has a bit of an antagonistic synergy with Enclair because of her passive to recover sanity. If I recall correctly, as long as you do a Lust Resonance, she recovers his SP, but you want his SP to be low, but not too low. So you want to use your Lust Resonance sparingly, just to make sure he doesn't corrode. And she's quite good at increasing pierce damage for your team, because she has a unique kind of mark. But that's about it. She exists mostly to babysit Enclair. So let's take a look here at Lord Lu. If you go here off his defense skill, you see he has a clashable counter, it's unbreakable, goes off whatever. Combat start means he doesn't even have to win the clash. Apply a slash power up to highest resonance Heisho Pack Identity allies. So you just power up every single slash unit you have if you're doing a big resonance with him. Combat start. If there are backup units, select one ally or Heisho for the least HP percentage, and then apply Your Will Guides My Blade. Select ally and command a battlefield retreat. Your Will Guides My Blade. Let's take a look. When it applies this effect with the B unit, B follows up with an opposing attack. Skill 1 against the same every enemy unit attack with skill. Skill S stack. Back up it. Okay, so he uses his counter, and it's a combat start effect. He forces his the ally with the lowest HP to attack the same target that he is attacking with a skill 1. So, and if the ally is low health, he sends him back to the backup and bring another guy. And now, the guy that comes right after him will do his skill tree unopposed. Let's take a look at how that goes. Okay, so put the clashable counter here. You see retreat order means it's gonna happen. Boop, 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 boop. All right, here we go. So if I understood that correctly, someone is going to attack and then retreat. And the next one in line is gonna be lowest HP is Ryoshu. Ryoshu Mao Ryoshu. So see, where's my she just did the skill 1 there. She did skill 1 again. And now she's gonna retreat after that attack. It doesn't count as the ally's turn. Now we just got this boy back here. Here it is, Heisho Pack Heathcliff. Now take a look at this bullshit. We're gonna do 3 one-sided attacks this turn. 4. We're gonna put the counter on Lord Lu. Boom. This means someone is gonna retreat and do an attack 1. Second attack, we're gonna use his skill 3, which causes the whole mega combo, where he forces one of his allies to attack the enemy with a skill 3, and then they do a combo together. Since this Heathcliff here just came out of retreat because of Lord Lu's, he is going to start the turn with an unopposed attack. So let's just do our thing here. I don't care about the low win rates here, so it's fine. Here we go. He starts with his skill 3. Lord Lu uses his counter. He gets hit because of course he did. Next ally with lowest health is going to do a one-sided attack with his skill 1, and then next he is going, if he's not staggered, unfortunately he got staggered, he was going to use his big attack. But rotated one-sided now. It's just brain dead. If you use whatever you use on Lord Lu, and as long as you have Heisho Pack units with you, they're gonna just start beating the enemy to death. There's nothing they can do, they only get to watch. They're that broken. And now we retreat 1 unit, bring another one in, which in this case is Heisho Pack Sinclair. And worst of it all, if he dies, he doesn't. He has a passive that prevents him from dying. So he's defies death, forces his allies to keep attacking one-sided. He cycles his allies through the line, recovering their health as they retreat, and when they come back, Lei Han can be sold with a lot of different things, but he is just very broken, very strong, extremely so. But he's very reliant on having Heisho packs units. Because you can see he has a unique buff here right now. For every Heisho pack in the deployment, he gains a bunch of stuff. For every one stack, he gains max speed, deal more damage. For every 2 stack, he gains minimum speed and defense level ups. For every 3 stack, he gains offense level ups, and at 5+ stacks, he gains damage up and offense to all Heisho packs identities. He is just unbelievably strong, which is fair considering that he's supposed to be the capstone of his season. Lei Han, unfortunately, he was very fun to fight back on launch, but he has been hit with a nerf bat so furiously that he is a bit of a joke right now. It is unfortunate. They even did a survey asking, like, hey, should we unnerf Heilang? What do you think? And most people said, yeah, no, he's fine. Just bring him back how he was, but they kept him like that. What are we gonna do? So, I'm gonna give a retreat order again so we can cycle Sinners. I say that Lord Lu is very broken, not just because of the one-side effects, specifically because of that. Limbus Company is a turn-based game, sort of. The clash system makes a lot of things different here. I'll get to the Merceau AD in 1 second. Is because you completely skewered the action economy of the game by doing all those one-sided attacks. Now, best Merceau ID. I am very biased towards Blade Lineage Merceau, because back when I played Ruina, that was my favorite general reception, and I like using his kit. It was very fun, so I'm really biased towards Blade Lineage Merceau. I still use the Blade Lineage a lot. They're very strong. It was not the first time they introduced what I like to call the band-aid for the power creep function, the power creep that is happening in Limbus, but it was certainly one of the most effective ones. And what I mean by that is that the new IDs that are being released, compared to the earliest ones, are horrendously overpowered in terms of mechanics, numbers, and etc. And since Limbus does work a lot, like you have the IDs of the same team, they get powered up, they kind of help each other out, they added the idea of a team captain ID, sort of like Lord Lu works here, or how Blade Lineage Merceau works, Captain Ahab for the Pequod Trio, who else? Ishmael Kurokumo and Heathcliff Kurokumo as well. Where, as long as this ID is in the field and you use its mechanics, it powers up the entire team, making them keep up with the power of scaling. I am particularly a big fan of the Kurokumo lineage team. If you can get it, it is really good. Specifically Heathcliff and Ishmael, because Ishmael gives the buff to power up everyone, and Heathcliff is just deals a lot of damage. In fact, if you have Kurokumo Ishmael and you do a basic 4 Lust Resonance, you give unbreakable coins to every single Kurokumo ID. Yeah, you can get almost as long as you just grind, that is correct. But it's still kind of, I don't say it like in a way of like, oh, I couldn't get the idea I wanted, and so I'm have to use the weaker ones or something like that. I meant it more like, man, I really like these early IDs. I wish they would get some love. Look at her go. For example, if you look at the N-Corp team right now, the full N-Corp team, they lack a little something. They lack a little bit of spice. They have the Fanatic going on for them, which is very good. They have the Naos, which is a lot of bleed, especially outside of Mirror Dungeon. You get to apply a lot of bleed with Naos, but they lack a little bit of spice. The new spice they're adding to every single ID nowadays, where they have like an empowered skill, a different guard, or just a bunch of skills. Yeah.
그 외에
Anyway,
인물을
we did the
성공적으로
daily here
기법만
with the team that
수행하면
was not meant to do that.
죽음?
So it's
설마
one.
소유권을
Yeah,
벌써
he's still
다
very
쓴 거야?
strong. He's supposed to be very strong.
말도 안 돼.
Now let me show you
이건
another
약속이랑
bullshit
다르잖아.
here real quick because I want more XP tickets. This is the team where you don't get to fight. You only get to get hit. Yeah.
어머, 부탁드려요.
It's still very strong, but like I say, I want some more spice. I want more team synergies. I want bigger teams of the same faction helping each other out. I like that idea. Here we go. Now, if I recall correctly, this little boy here on his block skill, material by the effect of purge force of the familiar to trooper stack. Is that your passive? Yes. This deck enemy breaks apart of each core when it's a base stack. When an ally attack using base skill of the enemy core has to so there's one sort of alright. We need lust, true lust, and true sloth before we can do anything. Marked and fading strike.
타겟 포착 1시간.
Now, I say this is the team where you don't get to fight, you only get to watch, because we have Full Stop, Hong Lu, and Heathcliff, which have combo attacks. We have Captain Ahab, which forces allies to attack. We have Ryoshu, Wandering Blade Ryoshu, that does one-sided attacks as well. And we have the... Ooh, I forgot his name now. Remember me your name, boy. Knight Oz Capitano Gregor, which also does one-sided attacks when an ally attacks. But for that, we need to activate his passive first. Doop, 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 doop. Who has a lust skill here? We don't have lust skills. There we go.
날카롭고 정확하게.
Big damage, big damage, big damage, big damage. Come on. Yeah. Yeah. What do you think of the new House of Spiders ID, specifically the new Ishmael ID? The last mirror dungeon I did on this Sunday was a middle only challenge run, and she is a beast. Her kit is very strong, it synergizes amazingly well with all the middle IDs, which is kind of sad when you take into consideration her uptight story and whole character of Kira. But man, she is really, really good. If you know how to use her kit, the middle team are all about dealing more damage. They're not much about power-ups, but more just raw, pure damage. And it only gets stronger the more you let your allies get hit to use counters. They have some insane damage potential. Kira, in particular, Kira Mael, has a very simple gimmick where when she gets hit, or when an ally gets hit, and if an ally is from the middle, she gains a unique resource called Grudge. When she uses her skill tree, or her counter at 6+ Envy Resonance, which turns into a skill tree, she converts 10 stacks of Grudge into 2 stacks of Tattoos, and she can only do 2 Tattoos per turn. Once she gets like 5 Tattoos, she starts getting power-ups, a lot of power-ups. So it's very easy. You can generate like 2 to 4 Tattoos per turn if she has a lot of slots. I'm assuming you have the Grudges. But once she gets those stacks going, she becomes unstoppable. And the whole thing about her Thermal Blades, she doesn't turn them off at all. She's really good. Highly recommend if you like running the middle team. It just complements them perfectly. Alright. You didn't stagger him. How you did not stagger him?
내 뒤.
잘했군. 저놈을 추적해.
갖지 못할 지킬 게 많거든.
There we go. That was much quicker than Lord Lu because these guys all do pierce damage and they all do one-sided attacks that you can't do anything about it. You just get to watch. That's why some of the new bosses in Kanto 9 have a lot of, like, you don't take less damage from on opposed attacks.
그
Alright,
정도
let's go take a look
활용으로
at her real
사무소를
quick.
막을 수
Let me
있을
just
줄 알았냐?
grab this here.
저놈들 무기까지 주어서 철수하자고.
깔끔한 결투였습니다.
Thank you.
이 검 앞에
The
침묵했군요.
thread is appreciated.
잘
And charge it up.
마무리했네요. 아휴, 이번에는 실수를 안 했나?
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
잠든 자들에게는 기꺼이 꽃한
Let me just
송이를
collect my dailies and I'll go look at her real quick. Very good. Sinners. Ishmael. She should be right here in my enemy blood. There we go. There she is. Right, let's take a look at her. First, we gotta understand her passive. It is thermal weapon. So she can be put in a bleed team or a burn team if we're going for ailment themed things like, you know, bleed and burn. And because she counts as 2, you could make a mixed team and have her serve as a unit that counts for both and activate both of the tier 4 ego gifts if you're using her on the mirror dungeon. So it's very good. Now, Tree owned Envy. Turn N, inflict Vengeance Mark to the enemy that dealt the most skill damage to an ally this turn. So this here is already very important because only activates on turn N, and the enemy has to have dealt skill to an ally, yourself or whoever else. Vengeance Mark is just a mark. Every time this unit is hit by an enemy, gain True Grudges, 2 times per turn. When the middle faction allies hit by an enemy, gain 1 grudge, 1 turn per identity. If the target that attacked this unit or an ally has Vengeance Mark, gain 1 more middle grudge. Combat start, if the dashboard has Envy Absolute Resonance, double the amount of grudge gained this turn. So, basic thing is, she gets hit, she gains grudge. Ally gets hit, he gets grudge. Ally is from the middle, she gains more grudge. If the enemy that attacked has Vengeance Mark, more grudge. And if there's Envy Resonance, Absolute Resonance, which is 4 Envy skills, she gains even more grudges. Very good. The grudges are very important. The grudges alone gives her more damage against the guy that has the mark. So if someone did manage to hit someone in your team, he is marked, and she's going to do 20% more damage against that guy just by having a single stack of that. So it's pretty good. Now, every time she consumes 5 grudges, she gains 1 tattoo. The tattoo has 10 stacks. For every 5 tattoos, she gains 1 final power, and she deals more damage for every stack. How do we convert the grudges into tattoos? It's very simple. Here's skill tree. Here's skill tree. After the attack, she consumes all of the grudges on herself. So the sweet spot for grudge conversion is 10 grudges, because she only can get 2 tattoos per turn. So you let your allies get hit, and since because they're in the middle, they use a lot of counters. She will gain 10 grudge, which is the sweet spot, and then you use her skill tree. She will convert all of those grudges into true tattoos, which you can only get 2 per turn. And if you do that 5 times in a row, essentially 5 turns, if you play it correctly, you will get true final power on her and 50% plus damage on every envy or blunt skill that she deals. So it's already a lot of power-ups. And the grudges don't go away either. So she's, let's see here. Assuming she has all the stacks of the tattoo, she has 50% more damage, 20% more damage against the guy that is marked, so 70% more damage. She will be having thermal blades at all times, so she's inflicting burn and bleed. Let's see here. She heals SP on using her skill 1. She gains offense level by highest resonance. And if she was absolute resonance, she gains double the amount of offense level, which translates to more clash power and more damage. She inflicts paralysis on her second skill, which is really underrated for the entire game. Anyway, and fun. She is really good at buffing herself to deal more damage, but the only way she buffs herself to deal more damage is by letting her allies and herself get hit, either by losing a clash or by getting hit by unbreakable coins, which is one of the moments where they become your greatest allies, because right, buddy, very nice attack, you have unbreakable coins in it. I won the clash, so I get to hit you. But since your attack is unbreakable, it's going to hit me right after. Be my guest. It's gonna deal less damage because I won the clash, right? And so you just hit me, and that means I gain grudges. That means I'm gonna deal more damage to you, and since you actually hit me, you also marked to take more damage. So if you have the rest of the middle IDs, they just synergize so amazingly well with each other. It is so fun to use it. On my YouTube channel here, I did the live stream for the middle IDs, and it's so brutal. I also explain, that's also how I understand how the whole thing works. Same thing here for middle Claire. He has a similar mechanic where he collects grudges. Where is it? So here's how it works. When he's hit by an enemy, or when an ally is hit by an enemy, that guy that attacked gains vendetta marks. When Sinclair attacks someone with vendetta marks, he consumes the vendetta marks to gain Book of Vengeance. So think of him as an avenger of some sort. This guy dared to hit my comrade, he dared to hit my brother in the middle. So now I am going to hit him and consume his vendetta marks to gain Book of Vengeance. When he has 30 stacks of book, which is incredibly easy to get, he gains damage, power-ups, and blunt damage up. So that's 30% more blunt damage. He becomes faster. He gains +1 power on every skill that he has. And the guys marked with vendetta marks also take more damage from the middle IDs. So you see where this is going. They're not super powerful clashers, and they need to get hit, which is always a gamble because status effects exist like rupture, sinking, and etc. But man, do they excel at dealing raw damage. No need for gimmicks. Well, their entire gimmick is that. No need for burn, no need for rupture, no need for bleed. We're just gonna crunch your skull. That's how they work. Hello, Don Quixote. Thank you. Very appreciated. Right. Where was I? I did just finish the Centipede that I hate. I did my mirror dungeon. I did my excavation. I don't think there's anything else I need to do except for yapping about the IDs. If you want to, ask something about it, I literally own every ID in Ego. I don't know how every single one of them works, of course. I tend to learn how they work when I actually play with them. And I did put my friend code on Steam, on the chat. If you need, IDs, I have every single high show here. So you can, do the same bullshit I did on that Luxcavation as well. Hello, VG Glola, nice to see you. No worries. Unfortunately, you were a little too late. I'm about to end the stream. It is 9 p.m. where I live, and I have things that I need to do. Now, if you're new here, thank you for showing up. I will start streaming a little early every day. Currently like at 4:48. Do you have any tips? What is 4:48? Let me go. I don't remember from the top of my head every single fight. 4:48 is that Dombe? 4:48. No, that's 4:48. Ah, it's her. Right. So Dombe. I have someone else last stream asking me the same thing. Let me tell you about her. She has a very... How the hell do you not have Overkill 170? Is there more? Thank you, man. I'm trying. I stream every day except on Wednesdays now. Today I'm very sick. That's why I'm earning the stream earlier. And yeah, I'm just starting. I'm just getting started. Maybe because I played mostly Halo for the previous streams and not a lot of Limbus. Because I already did pretty much everything that I have to do on Limbus. I just do dailies and mirror dungeon challenges from time to time. So, back to where Dombe has a very powerful attack that has a very specific wording here. Gain 5 final power for each living soon-to-bloom flower. When this attack comes up, you must kill the flowers. Because if you do not, that attack is going to hit crazy high. It's not going to be funny, because it's +5 final power. Final power is the same thing as base power, which means this number here is going to get bigger. It's going to get bigger by 5, and then it's going to be 21, 26, 31, plus the coin power, and it's going to be an AoE. So when this attack comes up, I am fairly sure she becomes 1 speed, fixed speed, so you want to take all your fastest sinners and focus fire on the plants. Right? You want to be... You're right. So you want to be faster, you want to bring fast guys to deal with that. They have to clash and kill the plants first before you clash against the big attack. I could actually enter the fight right now, but since my characters are so overpowered because there's no level cap yet on the game, just to show you how it goes, or publicly humiliate myself here, because it's been a while since I fought her. Another thing that you can do before we even embark on this is something I did tell on the last Limbus stream. Scene weaknesses and type weaknesses. The game explains it through the tutorial, kinda, but we have the two basic resistances here. We have physical resistances, which are, you know, slash, pierce, blunt, which is how much damage, extra damage you take from these physical damage types. And we have the sin resistances. So if you want to do maximum damage to any boss, any character in the game, you want to use a skill that is both her weakness on physical and her sin. So in this case, I don't know how much slash resistance she has. I'm gonna bring a slash team to discover that right now. If you want to do, let's assume it's a 2 times here. So she's fatal against slash. We don't know yet. If you want to do quadruple damage to her, you want to bring someone that deals slash pride damage. And who can we think about the top of our head that deals slash pride damage? Of course, it's Blade Lineage. But anyway, this is for your offensive. If you want to tank her attacks, there's 2 things you can do to change that. You can take a sinner that is resistant against the damage type she deals, so slash, blunt, and etc. And you can also change your sin resistances with your sinners. This is barely explained, if at all. I don't think it is ever explained. Oops, I almost did a mistake here. Now let's go enter there and take Blade Lineage.
꽃을 피워볼까요?
I'll explain that in-game, because you can change your sin resistance of your sinners to make them exceedingly tanky. Now, don't take this thing here, don't take what I'm doing right now as an example of... because she is level 35. My sinners are level 60. It's not going to be funny because there is something that is also never explained, which is offense levels. We'll get to that later. So, let's take a look here. For example, look at Merceau. He is fatal against blunt, meaning he takes twice as much blunt damage when he gets hit. And if the element of the skill, the sin, is lust or fatal, that's another two times on top of that. So if he gets hit by a lust or gluttony blunt skill, he's taking quadruple damage. However, in the same vein, if he takes a slash pride attack, he takes basically no damage. And we can change that by using our ego skills. Every time you use an ego skill, you are going to be changing your sinner sin resistance. And how do you do that? Let me just Superbia here, so you can see. Let's go looking at Merceau again. If you mouse over your sin, your ego attacks here, you can see at the bottom of the screen the numbers change, right? That is how you min-max your defense against enemies, by using the ego attack to change your sin affinities. And the lower the number, the better. This is a bit not anticlimactic. It's not instinctive. It's not I forgot the word now. So the lower the number, the better. So if I were to use Zerny Markella, my envy resistance would go up and my lust resistance would go up. But at the same time, my gluttony, my sloth resistance will go down. Same here for pursuance. My sloth resistance went up. Screwloose Wall would raise my lust resistance, my gluttony resistance, and my pride resistance even more. So using these attacks would make him extremely tanky against those types of attack. How do we know which types of attack our boss is using? Well, we see by the outline here. So sloth, gluttony, and whatever else she has. Pride. So this is how you min-max your defenses, plus other effects you can get depending on the ID. Other thing that is not explained at all, I'm fairly sure. Ego passives. Ego passives are big. They are very powerful. Whenever you use an ego attack, you are going to activate the passive for that ego. For example, let's take a look at Screwloose Wallop here. Besides the attack clashing high, besides the attack applying these effects to Merceau, it's also going to give this effect to him next turn. If the ego skill is used less than 25% HP, gain 3 attack power up, 3 defense power up, and 3 haste, every turn but then die in 3 turns. Very mighty. He's on a timer now if you use this, but it only activates if you use it when he's less than 25% health. What is not explained is that these passives stack with each other. So if I were to use every single eagle Merso has at his disposal right now, every single one of these passives would be activated at the same time and benefiting him. Now, one thing that is to note as well, these passives are going to be activated next turn. However, if you overclock the eagle or corrode, the passive gets activated this turn. It's a small change, not too much. So, back at Dombei here. I'm explaining mechanics, I'm yapping a lot. She has an evade. We don't want her to evade. How do we stop her from evading? Like I did on the Mirror Dungeon, we are going to take a Sinner. That is not going to do much here because she only has skill 1s. We're going to take this evade skill and we're going to offset it. Now, you can't see it because of the Let's Chat on top. Let me remove it. So, check it out. Offset. Oh, I forgot to remove the Let's Chat. Oops. So, offset, right on top there. The moment I did this, and it says offset down here, make sure it's saying offset, it says one-sided, it's not going to work. This evade is not going to do shit. So we're just going to beat her now. So, because my characters are so overpowered, this is not going to go very far, so we're just going to extend the fight a little bit. Here we go. My character is clashing so high because there's a difference in offense levels. Offense levels and defense levels are never properly explained, and I don't know much about them. I only know the basics that matters because Mirror Dungeon Extreme levels requires you to understand them a little bit. In short, every attack has a offense level. And you can see it right here, this 63 number. It is dictated by your identity level as well. For every 3 offense levels in difference in a clash, you gain or lose clash power. So, a character with a high level and a high offense level clashing against you, even if the attack has the same base number here, same coin power, but he has a bigger offense level, he is going to beat you because he is stronger. This is never explained properly, and it's kind of strange, honestly. If you decrease the offense level of an enemy by even just 1, that is already 1 clash power you're removing from him. This is important to understand because it is specifically about clashing. Defense skills do not clash, except for clashable counters. So if an enemy of a very high level, very high power, like Layhand, as you did the example earlier, attacks one of my Sinners but I decide to evade, even if he has like a incredibly high offense level, I am not clashing against him. So my evade can actually evade that horribly powerful attack. So, continuing on here. So you click at Dombei's attack here. This one, which one is this? You can see she only has 32 offense level. So my guys have 9 clash plus against her because she's weak. She's level 35, I'm level 60. I really wish there was a level cap to do these like missions, but unfortunately we do not have. So let's extend the fight a little bit more here by using defense skills. This is the part where it's very important to keep your main team fully leveled up. See, even if she rolled all tails, she can still beat her because of offense levels. There we go, and her second stage. Sorry about the dogs. Oh man, I love this song. Here we go. So, the flowers are here. Sorry about the dogs in the background. What did blooming do again? Forgot about that. Takes a lot of damage by count. Max Epiphicum, fully bloom. The less than 5 count, lose speed and reduce count by 1. Alright, there's another mechanic from Dombei. She inflicts something called blooming. It's on hit, on hit, on hit, and on evade. If that gets too high, you lose the character. He gets turned into a flower. Now, we have 6 Sinners here. We have 7 attacks. So it means one of these attacks has to go through. We want to focus on the attacks that do not kill us right away. So, da-dam, 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 and we're gonna clash against Dombei. We could technically clash against everything here because we have enough sinners for that, but the evade is not gonna be offsetted, so she can use her evade now. I'll let her use her evade.
망설임이 없도록.
Again, these characters are so over level that they can't physically lose a clash unless she uses her super skill.
아름다운 것.
Ah, damn dogs. I don't have walls around the area, so everything the dogs see in the horizon is threatening their territory, so they must bark at it. The other advice, besides understanding the boss mechanics, is understanding your team. I quoted Art of War before in the stream, I'm gonna quote it again. Sun Tzu, our boy, said back on the yonder days that if you know yourself but you do not know your enemy, you are gonna win half the battles. If you know your enemy but don't know yourself, you're also gonna win half the battles. But if you know yourself and you know your enemy, you're gonna win every single one of them. This applies here. If I know the gimmick of my team, I know how they operate, I know all the cool things they can do together, but I don't know the boss, which is often the case when you face a new boss, there's a very good chance I'm gonna win, because I know what I'm doing with my guys. If I know the boss, but I don't know what I'm doing with my guys, I also can win, because I understand his gimmicks, I know what to avoid, and etc, etc. God damn it. 1 second, moment. Sorry about that. If I know my team and I know the boss mechanics, I'm not gonna lose. In this case, because we have Blade Lineage Mercil, as long as we're doing Pride Resonance, we're gonna get massive power-ups. And here, this is not the big attack yet. So we're just gonna continue doing what we were doing before. Which is clashing, clashing, clashing. With our weakest skills, just to make sure everything goes nicely and through.
망설임이 없도록. 흉터의 결과요.
Anyway, as I was saying, if you're struggling with bosses in this game, struggling with certain gate-capped fights, try to build up a team that you know what you're doing with it. There's plenty of archetypes nowadays, like Blade Lineage, Kurokumo, Lord Lu and the Heisholings, W Corp, that gather them together, level them up, get your team nice and organized, and learn how they work, and you're gonna win. Most things. There's still RNG involved, after all, with the SP system.
침착한 결과입니다.
There we go. Is she gonna do the attack? Not yet. Another thing, one thing is... Take a look here at her defense skill. Let's get a little closer, actually. You can offset attacks, offset defenses, right? Evades and blocks. You cannot offset a counter. So when you counter an enemy that has a very powerful counter, you can't offset it. You just have to accept that you're gonna get hit if you hit him. Check the wording on this skill. Combat start, gain 5 protection. Even if I offset this skill with a block or evade of mine, that combat start is still going to activate the 5 protection. So the wording here is very important. So, because I know that I'm not going to do any damage to her if I attack her, I am simply not going to clash against her. So I'm just going to kill the trees. And I'm pretty sure the trees are just going to... growing. Yeah. Pretty sure the trees are just going to die because they're going to lose the clash regardless of what we do. All clashing, go.
망설임이 없도록.
And these trees immediately explode if you win the clash, so not a problem. Here we go. Now, if I didn't kill those trees in that turn, here we have the big-ass attack that I was talking about. Gain 5 final power for each living, soon-to-bloom flower. We destroyed the trees, so there's no trees here, so she's not getting any power-up. But imagine if there was the 4 trees alive still. That would be plus 20 on that attack. And it's an AoE. It's going to hit everyone. Fortunately, Dombei does not exist in a timeline where unbreakable coins are a reality, so... And because my guys are so damn overpowered right now, she is probably going to die here and now. And here's the thing, even if I had a team that was same level as her, I didn't kill the flowers, I'm running Mercil, Blade Lineage Mercil, and his whole gimmick is that if he loses his skill tree, he does 3 billion damage. So even if I didn't kill the flowers, even if I wasn't over leveled, and I reached that point where, well, I'm gonna have to eat this attack now, I could have Blade Lineage Mercil clash with his skill tree, which I think I had available at the time there, and sure, my team is going to take a beating, but I'm also going to beat you back. Because I know how he works, I know his skills. So, unfortunately, Dombe has to go now. I don't think they're going to kill her in this turn, but it's going to be damn close. The song is so good. Another thing that you can do, now talking about specific IDs, specific skills, specific egos. If the boss is clashing too hard, have Mercil use his thing. Like this attack here, Chain of Others, it's his first ego available to everyone. It just nerfs the enemy. It just makes the enemy weak next turn. Just completely nerfs the boss for an entire turn. Another one that can do that, Yisang. I don't have the ego equipment right now. I'll show you next time. Because I think she's gonna die from this clash here. The main struggles is winning the clashes. I'll show you some IDs that have some really good stuff real quick. And they're base IDs. You'll be surprised how good the base IDs are. I think she's going to die here, but let's see. Nah, she's not going to die. We're gonna go straight to dueling phase. There we go. Now her dueling, if you're doing the story mode, I think you're going to be forced to use Yisang, and Yisang has a buff, I believe, that if she is clashing against Yisang, she gets power downs. Let's check. If Yisang has dueling, Dombe gains 1 attack power up. If Yisang wins the duel, all allies gain 3 damage up next turn. Dombe fully heals that. So she's stronger against Yisang, but if Yisang wins the duel, he buffs everyone. She buffs everyone. So Yisang Ego, if I recall correctly, mine is up type 4. He also applies attack power down this turn. So by messing around with speed values, you can have Yisang attack first with his ego unopposed, and that will make every single clash after that easier. And goodbye, Dombe.
망설임이 없도록.
확실하게 갈라지는 감각이었네.
Pretty damn good song. Anyway, let me show you some base stuff that you already have. Everyone has it because it's base sinners. They're amazing. Because recently I did a mirror dungeon with only the base IDs. No ego gift searching, no Grace of the Stars. It was very interesting to see how some of these IDs work. So, Starry, Sinner, Ego. His base ego, Crow's Eye View. Inflict troop attack power down, apply 3 haste to all allies next turn, inflict troop bind next turn. It inflicts true attack power down this turn. So if Yisang is the first one to hit the boss with this attack, and this is up type 4, I don't remember if it's up type 3 to 4 has something different. The boss is going to have a -2 on every clash this turn if Yisang hits this attack. That means Yisang has to be faster than everyone else, or at least mostly faster than everyone else. But if the boss is during a stage where he has fixed 1 speed, it's very easy to manipulate the speed values to have this go first. Another, Yisang, base Yisang is nothing to write home about. He inflicts sinking. I think he's the only one that inflicts sinking, which is good against bosses that have SP. Base Honglu, like, I'm talking about the ID here. It's very basic. He inflicts sinking as well. His second attack, if he didn't take any damage, he gains coin power +1, so he can roll up to 24 with his attack. and his third attack. This one is, I didn't expect it to be this powerful. If it hit heads, or that means it has to be high sanity, that inflicts 2 attack power down. You can stack these 2 together, like have Yi Sang go hit the boss first with the ego, and that's 2 power down on the boss. And then comes Honglu with his skill tree, hits the boss with a head, that's a bit of luck here involved, and that's another plus -2 power on the boss. The boss is now rolling with a -4 for the entire turn for your sinners to have a nice succulent meal out of him. Honglu's base ego is also good because it heals sanity because of the passive. And this is the passive part of the egos that I didn't was trying to explain. The moment you use the skill, next turn is going to be active. At the start of the combat phase, heal SP for the ally with the least SP by the count of your highest absolute resonance, excluding those in panic. So, start the combat. You have a big resonance chain. You got a lot of skills of the same color, right? It's going to heal that amount of resonance sanity to the guy with the lowest sanity. So that will help you win clashes because now he has a higher likelihood of rolling all his attacks on heads rather than tails. Base Heathcliff is amazing. Jesus Christ, he's so strong. The first skill is nothing to talk about. Second skill, on use, he gains 1 attack power up and damage up next turn. Meaning the moment he uses this attack, that 4 there is going to become a 5. And that is going to apply to every single skill he uses after using the skill tree. And his skill tree is just rolls absurdly high. So he powers himself up by using his skill tree this turn, and then his skill tree hits really hard. And then when you take into consideration Body Sack, his ego, that gives him an attack power up next turn, and on Q +2, and his passive that if an ally defeats an enemy he gains power ups, he just snowballs in power. It's amazing. Well, I yapped a lot. Holy shit. The final thing I can say is just upgrade Merso's base ego. It is busted how easy this makes boss fights. You plop Merso in a boss fight, you have him hit them with his attack, either win the clash or hit one side. Next turn the boss is completely nerfed. He can't do anything about it. Of course, Merso is also going to be nerfed, but it's a small price to pay to have the boss completely neutered. Right, lots of yapping, lots of talking. Let's go take a look back at Don Bay real quick. Unchained, here we go. So, I don't want to enter again, goddammit. There we go. Don Bay. She is weak to slash, so literally, I accidentally brought the best team to fight against her. I literally brought the guys that do slash damage and pride damage. So, you want to focus against her with guys that have gluttony, pride, and slash. From the top of my head, I can already tell you that Lord Lu and the Heisho Links, specifically Ryoshu, Mao Ryoshu, and Mao Otis, all have slash skills that are pride and gluttony. What else? You want to avoid lust, so Blood Fiends are not a good choice here. Kurokumo Clan is not a good choice, even though they use slash. And that's it. That's all I can say. And her attacks are slash and blunt for the most. Now she uses all 3 types of attacks, so it's just matching people that have resistance against those attacks if they're going to get hit. Right. Ooh, I yapped a lot. So thank you so much for watching today's stream. I'm gonna be ending it here now because I am quite hungry and my soup is waiting me. I am quite sick still. I look good, but I just took cold meds, so they're kicking in real good. But I'm glad I could help you. Here is my friend ID. It's on top of the chat. Feel free to add me. I have the Heisho links here to get for your missions, for your dungeons, for your story modes. I have Horsey Sang here, and Horsey Sang apparently is also very good against Donbei because he has gluttony and slash skills. But yeah, so I wish you the best of luck, Pedro Elmano, and if you haven't subscribed, please do. It helps a lot. Leave a like, leave a comment, all that stuff that we're already used to hearing from streamers and people that make reviews. That will be me someday. But that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.